the end of the week, and it's time for our numbers. We do this every single week, almost every single week. We've done it for a couple years now. You've been sharing your numbers before even we have. Anyway, Hudson here, Todd, my dad across from me, and then Johnny from VO Marketing Pro and VOMP Plus is here. So, as always, we'll start off with our regular numbers, little kind of basic numbers, tell people how we did, see how the VO Marketing Pro group did. And then we have a private Facebook group that meets, has different content that they get, and we'll do a deeper dive, tell them the ins and outs of our week, stuff like that. So before we do that, we'll do the regular numbers.
All right, so VOMP brought in 43 warm responses this week, 11 auditions, and 4 jobs reported. Noel Romano with a recurring, Deanna Johnston with a recurring, Hudson Barsness with a new client,
Yes,
and Mike Praviti with a job.
Mike,
was
nice.
this recurring, or you don't know for sure?
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay,
But
good,
yeah.
wonderful.
Is there anything else you have for
Well,
the VOMP group?
I was just gonna say, and I'll explain more in the VOMP Plus section of things, but I'm gonna talk about why, if you get an unsubscribe, it doesn't necessarily mean that's the end with that person or that company.
Interesting.
So,
Okay.
Good point. Yeah,
Good point.
looking forward to that.
I am too, because I've honestly thought that that's not that it's the end, because that person could leave and somebody else could come along, but that's probably part of what you're going to say. So I won't say that, because that's not for you. It can be for you. Anyway, I'm going to go into my week. So my plan is to make $1,500 a week, $80,000 a year, $307 a day. So we'll see how I did. I was sending out this week 4 warm responses, 0 auditions. I had 5 jobs that I completed this week. I do have 2 in the balance right now, hanging in the balance. 3 jobs on Upwork, 1 new client, like John said, 1 on Fiverr, and then 1 on Voice123. I also did
your first one.
Yes, my first one. I also did 7 hours of editing for Dad this week, and I didn't end up totaling up my numbers. Sorry, because I was waiting for that other one. Let me do that here real quick.
Dun, dun, dun,
$954.
That was fast.
But there are 2 in the balance. So if you're part of the VO Marketing Pro Plus group, you might hear how much I made.
So
it might be more. So
yeah. So just
drum roll.
In the few minutes that we're with them, we might find out the big news from Harris Brando's job.
I certainly hope so.
Could get him closer to his. What do you want? $1,500.
Yeah, that would be close if they Yep. Anyway,
Now, the last 4 years, I've made $300,000 or more, which if you do a quick math, it's $25,000 a month, and it's around $1,200 a day. This year, I've said, you know what, on purpose, I'm going to cut back. I know there are coaches out there and industry leaders that are cutting back, but they're cutting back because they just don't have the work. I'm cutting back on purpose because I want to spend more time with the VO Marketing Pro people and the VO Marketing Pro Plus people. And so I'm trying to make $5,000 a week, which I haven't made the last couple of weeks. I made just a tad bit over 3,000 the first week, a little bit more than that, 4,000 the next week. And this week, $5,000.20.
Yes.
I mean, I just got over $5,000.20. So I made my goal for this week. So I was glad about that.
Very nice. I just was going to say that this is a pretty bare bones numbers as we compared to what we do with the VOMP Plus group. The VOMP Plus group is full of not only kind of tactics that we do, talks about what we've done throughout the week. It's also a group that you can kind of have as a buffer between sitting in your studio and not talking to people and talking to yourself. So if you're interested in that, you can get a hold of John at johnbarsness@vomarketingpro.com, or you can comment below if you want to. And we have a whole host of things in a template that tells you what you get for joining that. So anyway, hope you had a good week. If you want to share your numbers and you're not part of either of the groups, feel free to share them down here. We like to hear how people are doing at any rate. So other than that, that's our week for the VOMP group. We'll be taking time here after this to do the VOMP Plus numbers. So have a good rest of your week, and we'll see you later.